Now I'm going to discuss about transactions. So transactions means this is purely database oriented concept. So how do you implement transactions in API level? I am going to discuss. Okay. And what is transaction means? Either, see here, take these two statements, and if we execute these two statements, which is kept in procedure or function, okay, if you kept these two statements in a transaction, then if any one of the statement either update or deleted, okay, any one of the statement fails to execute, then remaining statements will not be executed. Like, for example, see, here two statements are there. First statement update, second statement is delete. Okay. After update execution is completed, you are trying to execute delete. Okay. So if any error comes while executing this query, whatever the results affected by the update statement, that will be rolled back. Okay. So that is about transactions. If any one of the statement gets failed and remaining statements will not be executed, or previous affected rows will be rolled back. Okay. Either all the statements are executed perfectly, or none of the statements will be executed. This is about shortcut form for transaction. Either both update and delete will be executed successfully, or none of the statements executed. Okay. And I will take one more controller for that, so that you can understand that routing concept effectively. Okay. And here I am taking transaction controller .ts. Okay. So import from express router constant router and here export equal to router. Okay. Now router dot post method I am using, and before that we will construct endpoint URL. Okay, according to that endpoint URL, we will given the names. Okay, so 4000 and PZ API slash and transaction transaction. This is the transaction method. Okay. Wait a minute. Here I am going to insert and update. Insert and update. Insert, update. Okay. So I have created one trans controller. Okay. So in this api.ts file, controller. Okay. So import from, if you give here trans controller, then you can have that controller, trans controller. Okay. Now app.use slash, so what we have given name trans. Okay. And here whatever the API method name that we can give. So in trans controller, so this is the API method name. So I am going to do the insert and update operations in one API. Okay. So async request response. Here let body equal to request dot body, and here go to this truncate employed, no data available. Okay. Let insert result await db pool dot query insert into employee emp number, ename, salary, and another column name, department number. Okay. Before that, take this URL and go to the postman. And here I am going to define the parameters. What type of parameters we will get in request body. These parameters, I will take all these parameters. Apart from that, dname. Okay. So these are the parameters I am passing to this API. Okay. Go to the API method. After that, values, $1, $2, $3, $4. Here, body dot emp number, body dot ename, body dot salary, body dot department number. Okay. Let update result equal to await db pool dot query of update. See here, we have two tables, employee table and department table. Okay, while doing the employee table, IT1 is there. I'm giving department number 10. Name is department number 10. Name is IT. At present, it was IT1. Okay, I'm going to update it, IT. Update department set dname equal to $1, where DEPT number equal to $2. Okay, in $1, I have to write body dot dname. In $2, I have to write body dot department number. Okay, so now I am giving, before that you should write try catch blocks. Catch e res dot send new API response. So what is this API response? Status message. Okay. Of 400 dot error message. Error message means API response. I will take this error message class and response classes. Something went wrong. Okay. res dot send new API response. Here 200 and message number of insert records, that is plus insert result dot, we have row count. Okay, and plus and number of updated record, inserted records. So here update result row count. Okay, so we will check. So here transaction controller. Now see, number of inserted records 1, updated records 1. Okay, go to here. See, one record has been inserted 9I7000. So that's what I have given. And go to the department table. It was 10 earlier. It was IT1. Now it was updated with IT1. Okay. Now, if any error comes while executing this update insert and update queries. Okay, then what will happen? We will check. Okay, so here I am giving 10. I am giving A, employee name A, and salary is 1000. Department number is 10, and department name. Go to this department table, properties, and here for department name length is 20. Okay, so if I give that number of characters which is greater than 20, then you can check. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, and go to the employee table. See, the 10A record that will be inserted, but in department table it is not updated. Okay, that means first statement, insert statement, whenever control comes here, it will be executed. When control comes here, this update query, it has some error. Okay, but this will not be rolled back. Why? Because we have not implemented the transaction concept. But our goal is, if it all are fine, then only two statements has to be executed. If it is anything wrong, then two statements should not be executed and result will not be affected. Okay, that is my goal. In that case, try to use transactions, then it will be working fine. So how to use transaction means await db pool dot query, and here write begin, and after update await db pool dot query and commit. Okay, so if you use these statements, then we will check. See, I am trying to insert one more record, 11B, here 2000. Okay, something went wrong. Go to the employee table. See, 11th record, it is not inserted, and department table, it is not updated. Okay, if I give proper name like CSE, then see, number of records 1, inserted, update records are 1. You can check it in department table, CSE, and employee table. It is inserted. Okay, so this is about transactions. So here, if you don't give the rollback also, it is working fine. So for testing purpose, better to give 12 and name C. We'll check. So earlier we have given some dummy value, but it is below 20 characters. That's why it is updated. Okay, so but 12 employee number, it is not inserted. Okay, and can give we give this, then policy is inserted, department that is updated with IT. Okay, so this is about transactions.